Hello, YouTube. Okay, it's gonna be my first video. I figured in these videos I'm gonna do, it's gonna be my transition from having my Honda PCX 150 scooter and getting my Kawasaki Ninja 650, sorry, the 2012. This will be the first time on this with the camera on, so let's see how it goes. Hopefully it's not going to be too windy. It takes about 20 minutes, I want to say, to get to the place. It's called Southwest Sports Bikes, or actually Southwest Super Bikes, sorry. I have to go service road because technically this thing, they say it can go on the highway. Some people say it can go on the highway, some people say it can't. I've taken it on the highway for about 2 to 3 miles at the most, but even then that was a little bit scary. The first time I did take it on the highway, it was going up to 70, but over here in Texas, that's not fast enough. So let's see here. It's kind of chilly. Oh. But yeah, I don't know what I want to call myself. I was going to call myself Scooter Girl 86, but since I'm working into getting the motorcycle, I don't, want to have one name and then have to change it, but maybe I can. Who knows? Well, hopefully this turns out right. It says it's still recording, so I don't know. Guess we'll just have to see once I get home. This should be interesting. Okay. I mean, it gets up and goes when I need to, but I mean, the people here drive crazy. I think it's bad in LA, it's bad over here. Hopefully you guys don't hear a whole bunch of wind noise. But I think the main reasons for doing these, I've been watching a lot of people on YouTube doing them, and it seems like a lot of fun, and trying to meet more girl riders, because I don't really see too many. Well, especially where I'm from, there's not. I may see one or two, but it's mostly guys that are riding. And I've tried to do like the scooter club, since I do have the Honda, and all their stuff is too far out in Dallas. I would have to either try to figure out a way to do service road all the way there, or not go. So I figured I wouldn't go, because some places in my car it would take 45 minutes to an hour. On the scooter, if I couldn't do the highway, it'd take probably close to an hour and a half, 2 hours, just depending. At least it's not too cold today. Let's see. But yeah, since this is my first vlog, I don't know what to talk about too much. Just what I'm trying to do and show you guys, and me transitioning over to the motorcycle. I know once I get the motorcycle, I'm gonna have to practice and stuff, because I took the MSF course and I started out on the motorcycle. We got a little nervous, so I ended up finishing on the scooter, and which is fine, because I learned the basics of the motorcycle and shifting and the clutch and finding that friction zone and stuff like that. So I just have to, once I get my motorcycle, I have to practice and make sure I get it down before I go out, because Over here, if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get hit. Because they do not care. And I'm a little too close to this car. But you see how raggedy these streets are. It's amazing they want to build stuff over here but not fix the streets. The streets look like crap, yet they're building top off is already built, but you know, they're building outlet centers and all this stuff, and look at the streets. I mean, I know they're trying to expand it, but while they're expanding this side or the middle part, the rest of the street is getting more raggedy. I didn't think there was gonna be this much traffic right now. The only girl vloggers that I've seen, they either live far away. I don't think I've seen any from the Texas, Dallas area, I should say, not Texas area, the Dallas area. I know there's maybe a few people, like a few guys, but not women. And I guess maybe I need to start going to like events and stuff, but sometimes I feel like being on the scooter, they're like, she's just on a scooter, she's not on a motorcycle, so it's not, you know, she can't be part of this club. I hear it both ways. They say, oh, as long as you're on two wheels, it's fine, it's not a big deal, but I don't know. My cousin has a Harley, and he was going to let me practice on it, and I tried, but it's one of those ones where the handlebars are real high up, and yeah, not having much experience on a motorcycle, let alone something with the handlebars like that, I couldn't balance myself. I think I made it 20 feet down the alleyway, and that was about it. I told him to come get it. But he wants me to get a Harley, and I said, no, I don't like Harleys. They're too heavy, they're expensive. And even though he's a mechanic, you know, he can fix them. I was like, nah, I think I'd rather get something a little bit different. And I've always liked the sports bikes. I need to get over here. I've always liked the sports bikes. And I was originally going to get, I think it was the FZ6R, the Yamaha. And there was a dealership, I believe it was in Hearst. They, it was a 2009, it had like 9,200 miles, I believe, on it. And they wanted over, it was going to be close to probably 6,100, 6,200 for 2009. And I was like, that's kind of expensive for that old, you know, that year of a motorcycle. So I told him, I'll keep shopping around. So I went to all these different dealerships, and there's one in Plano saying they were going to give me, they could give me a 2014 Ninja with the Kawasaki Ninja 650 with ABS for, it was going to be 6104, but plus tax was going to be close to maybe 7,500. I'm not too sure because we didn't work out the numbers. But I told them that was, you know, I didn't want a new bike for my first one because I figured I may fall, I may not, you know, but I don't want to buy something new and then fall and then be mad at myself for it. So that's why I decided to go used, and I found this place. Look at this stupid. I found this place in Dallas on the internet. I think it was through Cycle Trader, and they had, at first they had a 2011 Kawasaki, was the Ninja, the 650R. It was $49.90, had 12,000, almost 12,200 miles. And I said, okay, I'll go ahead and get that. And because I figured that wasn't too many miles, and hopefully it's not too windy where y'all can't hear me. Oh, I feel going about 60, almost 60. not bad. So I said, okay, well, let me go ahead and put the down payment on. It's kind of like a layaway type plan where you can make payments, and you can do it up to 6 months. And I thought that was pretty convenient because I need to see if I can try to sell the scooter. If not, I'll just have to keep it. But so I started making payments on that, and then I was watching YouTube videos, of course, and I started looking at, I don't know why I do this, but I always do. I buy something or have something, and then I start looking at the different years. So then I was like, oh, the 2012, I like how it looks. The design's a little bit different. You know, that red, what is it? That suspension? No, the coil ring thing. I don't know how it's called exactly. I was like, oh, I like that, and I like that they had twerked the engine a little bit more in the 2012. So I went on the website and I saw that they had the 2012. It had I think it has almost 15,700 miles, and it was the same price. So I told him if I can go ahead and switch, and he said I could. So that's what I did. And of course, you know, he gave me a women's rider discount, and he took some other things off and stuff, so that was pretty nice. So yeah, that's why I decided to get that one. They did have a 300, and I know people were saying to start on the 300, but you know, I don't know, I figured I'm not a crazy rider, so I'd rather have something that's going to last me a little bit longer, you know, 5-6 years versus something I may get and get used to and want to already upgrade within a year or two. I mean, they were only, with the discounts and stuff like that, it was only a difference of, maybe, I think $800, so I figured why not get the bigger engine, you know. Everybody's saying, okay, well, this is easy to start on, or go to 300 if you're a new rider, go with the 6, it just depends. I don't know, I feel like I pick up things pretty easily, so it shouldn't be too bad. This should be neat how this first video turns out. I don't know, I've never done this before, so we'll see. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. I'll have to try to find something to get for my helmet, because when I first got it, you know, the wind actually wasn't bad, and now I guess the more I've used it, it's loosened up more. It's gotten real windy inside, and it's the HJC, I believe, FG17 helmet. And I called the company, I believe, on Wednesday, because I told them when I turned my head to the side, I get a lot of, I guess they call it buffeting, wind buffeting. And they said, well, sometimes the screws on the side come loose, and I found one that was loose, but I already tightened all of them, and it's still doing it, so I don't know what's going on. Well, they said you have a warranty, so we'll have to see. I guess I have to call them back. I don't know why these people are so close. But yeah, it's gonna take I think it's gonna take about another, I would want to say 30 minutes. It was going to take some time. I don't know. I ended up coming all the way around because I was trying to figure out which way I wanted to go. And I think I did it wrong, which I always do. But luckily, these don't waste a lot of gas. If I was in my car, I'd be kind of, a little like, oh, why did I go all the way around? But it's a nice day, so I don't mind it. I don't mind enjoying the sun and not being 20 degrees or 30 degrees. I'm surprised it's warmer today, because yesterday it was pretty, it wasn't cold, but it was kind of chilly. So now I'm barely, well, the reason why I'm going 60, almost 60, is because I'm kind of going downhill, but like this thing used to pick up really well, but I don't know, it doesn't, I don't know, after having it, you know, for so long, like I said, was it 10 months? Because it's almost going to be February, January, March. Actually, no, in February, February will be the 11th month. So yeah, 10, 11 months. Oh, 11 months. Oh. I don't know. I thought it would have been once it's been broken into, and it, wouldn't hesitate to get up there, but I don't know. Sometimes it does. There's that wind noise that I've been getting, kind of like the whistling. My speed is definitely not 64. It must be somebody else. I'm not even going 60. But this should be pretty fun. I have been asking a friend at work, some ideas I should do for this. Because, he always wants to do, like, he said we should do videos on YouTube and stuff of us being silly or whatever at work, but of course we probably couldn't because we'd get in trouble. But I told him I was going to start doing this, and he's like, oh, you should do this, or you should do, like, a rubbernecking vlog, and, I could, because they do that quite a bit over here. I'm pretty sure they do that everywhere. But I don't know. I gotta make sure it's still recording. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to do a rubbernecking vlog. But I know for sure I wanted to have my journey of getting my motorcycle, and then of course once I got it, I would still vlog about, me learning and practicing and stuff like that. I hope I don't fall. But if it happens, it happens. I did fall on my scooter here, I think maybe a month or two of owning it, because I was going to my cousin's house, and the street I usually go on, it's raggedy. It's not a street paved like this. It's kind of messed up, but I didn't think it was going to be that messed up, and they had thrown a whole bunch of gravel on the road, and of course tires and gravel don't mix well together, especially smaller tires and gravel. So I was like, okay, I had a feeling, I was like, this isn't going to be good, but let's try it. So I started going up, and of course there's a hill too to it, and I start going, I was like, okay, let me slow down a little bit because I don't want to fall. Well, once I slowed down, I didn't like slam on my brakes or anything. I just let off the throttle a little bit. I was going to try to put my feet on the ground and just walk it up. That's when the bike kind of went woo, and then fell. So of course it landed on me, and I wasn't it didn't make me nervous about falling again. It didn't do that, because it happens. I learned my lesson. Don't go down a road like that full of gravel. And I ended up, when I fell, I picked it up and I ended up walking it all the way up the hill, and I did just fine. It was just, I guess, me transitioning from going, I think it was 30 to maybe a little bit lower speed. I don't think I was even going 30, but to be going slower, I probably should have done that. I probably should have just kept a constant speed, but I wasn't too sure. So I learned my lesson with that. I haven't fallen since, knock on wood. The only thing else that did happen on here, I was at a light and I was turning, and the tire went inside the rim as I was turning, and I didn't fall. I knew something was kind of wrong, and I think if I would have barely started out on here on my scooter, I'm sure I would have fell. No doubt about that. But I think, okay, I had a little bit of experience. I think that helped me a bit. So I ended up pulling it into, because I was on my way leaving from one side of my job and going to the hospital. I was probably not even a block or two down the street, and when I turned, so that's when that happened, and I pulled into the gas station, and I saw, okay, I can't do anything about this. So I was gonna try. I was like, well, I can either leave it here and risk somebody stealing it, or have to push it. I don't know. They say a block. It felt like half a mile at least. It wasn't that long, but it felt like that long. And in full motorcycle gear, because I do wear it. I have my jeans on. I probably should wear pants, but I haven't found any that I like. But I have my jeans, and of course I wear my jacket and my helmet. I ended up wearing my helmet and my jacket, and I pushed this thing's almost, I think it's like 286 pounds, or is it more than that? I can't remember. I ended up pushing it all the way to the hospital. Mind you, I had hurt my back in a boxing class the day before, and I ended up having a herniated disc, so that wasn't a very good idea, but I had to do what I had to do, and it made it worse. It made my back worse, but I'd have my bike stolen, and I left it at my work for about 4 days until I was able to go pick it up, which that was a nightmare trying to pull it onto a table that we used as a ramp into a truck. I don't know if that was a good idea, but hey, we made it work. Okay, idiot. Stay in your lane. Why are you looking at me? Some of the people over here are just, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm gonna go pay. I should have it out by, I want to say end of March, beginning of April, I think. Um, I could pay on it until June and get it out in June, but I don't know. I'm excited. Once the weather starts, so I mean it's already warming up, but like days like this, you want to be out and practicing. Even though I'm sick, I want to be out and practice, and if I had it, be out and practice, and learn some more skills, because there's only so much you can learn on the scooter. I mean, yeah, you can learn the maneuvering and stuff like that, but like the whole shifting, of course, ah, that's gonna be on the motorcycle. But I mean, I think um, I think the scooter does help in learning, and being on two wheels, seeing how different it can be versus a car. You know, yeah, it's on a motorcycle. Yeah, if anybody has any suggestions on what I should talk about, I will. As you can see, all this lovely traffic. I don't know what's going on today. I know they're having. I gotta get over. I know they're having a motorcycle expo in Dallas. Um, and I wanted to go, but I don't know. I was gonna go tomorrow, but it just depends on how I feel. It's, I think it's like $8 a ticket, which is not bad, but then you got to pay $50 to park and the traffic and everything else. So I don't know. Oh, but there's traffic this way too. Huh. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to see. I guess it just depends on how I feel tomorrow. I don't know. But yep, here I am. There it is. Southwest Superbikes. They're pretty cool guys here. Carlos is the one that's been helping me out. So if y'all are here in the Dallas area looking for a used motorcycle, this is the place to come. But yep, I will talk to y'all later.